Hello, Star Munchers. Max here, back playing Cast Out Colony. And this episode, we had enough of the flower coin things to buy Roxy. Now, I did a test recording before because I was testing out my audio, trying to work out some bugs, pun intended. And I did some, gameplay. And the first run of it overall went fine, but the microphone settings weren't good. So that's why we have way more flower coins, is because I did a couple nights, but I wanted to still showcase Roxy, the character, in combat so you guys can see what she's good at. So first of all, we have to do the most important thing possible and double check to see if the Scarecrow is in stock. That is not the Scarecrow. We are good. I will pass on that, because we needed to make sure that we had a minimum of 10,000 in order, to buy the third character for the third video. But regardless, let's hop into this night so you guys can see what Roxy does. Roxy is a projectile-based character, so she throws little rocks, hence the name Roxy, I think. And I didn't do great as Roxy. I had one real stinker of a round because I tried putting all of my points into exploding seed pods. A build that did work relatively well for me is Thorn Whip. Thorn Whip and increasing health for Roxy really worked quite well, I think. I can't tell you why. I think it's because apparently you can get stick foo, which is something that Tato was able to get, where you have the stick swinging around you specifically. And it is good, but the only problem is, for a projectile-based character, it doesn't make a lot of sense, at least until the later rounds, to incentivize getting close to the enemies when Roxy's whole thing is that she can throw projectiles from a further distance, if that makes sense. And then the Thorn Whip is just great because it does an obscene amount of damage. And if you keep upping that, it rewards you for it taking longer in order to activate. So Thorn Whip is good. Upgrading the actual projectiles she's throwing, the little rockettes is what they're called, which is really cute. And then, yeah, just trying to stay alive as much as possible. So what the heck is that? Hold on. Okay, first of all, let's kite these guys away. Another thing that I tried doing was, hitting as many of the acorn trees early on, because the items that drop, I don't think they despawn. So it's strategically advantageous to sort of, pre-break as many of the trees as possible. Thorn Whip cooldown is decreased. I also tried these, and those were okay, but they were really inaccurate. I think I'm gonna go Sharpen, so we can do more damage. And then what is this? Okay, that's a special. I'm gonna hold on to that. That's what that does. I forgot that that's what that did. We're gonna hold on to that, because we are going to need that in the near future. So let's just go down here, see if we can break some of these trees up now. And just try and stay alive. That's the other thing, is that Roxy is far weaker, I think, than Tato in as far as health is concerned. Which means that it gets really dangerous towards the end if you don't have a lot of health. There are no health drops. Just because she won't last nearly as long as Tato. Unless you increase her health a lot. Which was kind of the strategy I used before. So that would be Exoskeleton. So to increase the defense, increase health, anything that you can do to make her last longer is better. Because if you can get her into the end game, she does relatively okay because she's fairly mobile. I'm wondering if she's automatically faster than Tato. She might be lighter on her feet, because that would sort of help balance things out a little bit. One thing that I do think that this game needs to work on is the fact that during any given run that I have done so far, with the exception of those soda things that automatically give you your super or your ultimate, you can only save up for one ultimate during the night, which I feel is kind of a waste. I think it would be better to have it fill up faster to allow you to do super or ultimates more times during the night, but you can just make them weaker. Because it would still be a lot of fun to use them. It kind of stinks that you have to wait practically a whole night to use it one time. And maybe that's just because I'm not collecting enough stuff. I don't know how exactly it builds, but if it's based on how many kills you're getting, it seems like it needs to go up way faster and maybe do less damage. That would be a suggestion. We're gonna go circulatory system. We're gonna kick that up. Kick up the average health. That would be beneficial, I think. I'm also really bad at actually reading the actual stat information. Nope, don't collect that yet. Leave that for now. Also, I really do like that the rocks like ricochet that she throws. That's really cool. Let's keep kiting these guys around. Another thing that I think that they could work on, the developers, is level 2 or level 3. Let's go level 2. Is don't make the treasure chests have physics. I'll show you an example here. This might hurt me. It's going to hurt. See right there how I got caught up on the chest? Like, it's a physical object. Like, I think it'd be better if you could just sort of move through it. I don't know if that'd be cheatsy. I don't think it would give you much of a strategic advantage. I just feel like getting caught between the enemies and the chests is really annoying. Like, I want to be able to just sort of walk right through it and grab the objects. You can still keep them secret, because that's part of the fun of the actual chests. What do we want to do here? Fires quickly in the direction the character's facing. Let's go another projectile. Let's do Venom Spit. Why not? Let's just keep having projectile stuff until we're just rapid fire. That could be a lot of fun, actually, to go with just... Because, again, you want to lean into the differences that the characters have, right? I didn't want to do Stick Fu because we did that with Tato. That was his thing, was getting up close and personal and everything. But I think it would be a lot more fun to dig into the things that make these characters special, because otherwise if you play them the exact same way, what's the point, right? All right, so there's a chest, so I gotta lead these lizards away. Up and over and then back behind like so. Okay, a level up. I think that automatically just levels up that skill from wherever you are. I think that's how that works. You'd think I'd know because I've done several runs of this now. I've had fun every time. Basically, my goal at this point is just make sure I get, like, to, like, 5 minutes or less each time. That's my goal. Circulatory system or running speed. Let's go circulatory system. I'm not too worried about running speed because I think that Roxy's pretty fast overall. Again, that could just be my perception. Maybe she's not as fast as, or maybe Tato's not as fast as her. I could be imagining that. It seems like she's faster. It would make sense for her to be faster. Ergo, I believe that she is. I want to believe it, therefore she is. We still do have that special, or that ultimate. I don't know why I call it special. It is a special move, but I'm so bad at actually calling it an ultimate. Venom Spit, Stick Fu, or Seed Bomb. Let's go Seed Bomb. So instead of only going Seed Bomb, adding that as a nice little extra thing to what we're doing, in addition to the Thorn Whip and the Venom Spit, having all of those things together is going to be a lot of fun. We could get even crazier if we did the fungi thing as well, because that would be so many passives going off all at once, and that could do some serious damage. You could really whittle them down. I think the biggest thing is just to like break up the initial line of attack, right? Because I'm constantly moving and firing behind me, basically, in order to do what I'm doing. I'm constantly backpedaling. But there are instances where you might need to use the Thorn Whip in front of you to break through a line of enemies. It's just a matter of knowing if and when to actually pop that versus not. So let's move down, because we don't want to get to the very edge. We want to still try and utilize the map to our advantage, hook around them as much as possible, and not get caught up if we can. Let's level up again. Here we go. Exoskeleton or Sharpen. We're going to go Sharpen. Do more damage. We like that. We like damage. Okay, we're at 7 minutes. 7 minutes, 30 seconds. Doing all right. Just got to keep moving. All right, now is where I swoop back down. Maybe try and get some of these acorns up and around for my use in case I need them. Yes, no, that was a mistake. I think I was okay on health. Oh, well. Oh, well. Walked into it. Oh, well. We keep moving. Just keep moving. Okay, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. Keep moving and swoop to the side. Thorn whip our way through. There we go. See what I mean? Sometimes it's necessary to do that because since they spawn in from all angles, you can't always use, like, attacking from one direction doesn't always work because it will take the enemies longer to get across the map based on where you are. And so it gives you a false sense of security because you're like, oh, no enemies are spawning in behind me. They are. They're just further away than you think they are. All right. I also need to be better about locating the acorn trees. I kept calling them oak trees, but I think the game calls them acorn trees. Okay, we gotta see if we can't level up because the further into the game it gets, the less opportunities you have to level up because the enemies are just spawning constantly. There's a specific round that I rarely survive, which is a bunch of these little red dudes that spawn in. They are the worst. They just keep spawning in. They're awful. Okay, Venom Spit. Small bee will attack the nearest enemy. That's interesting. I like the fungi, actually. So these cause, like, damaging spores. So another aspect of this game that's really cool that I neglected to touch upon is the fact that the more you play, the more other abilities you unlock. So it potentially will alter the runs that I'm doing. So any run that I do, the abilities that you see, there might be many other abilities I just haven't unlocked yet. So don't take that as like an entire list of what each character can do, because more than likely, there are a lot of abilities that these characters will be able to do in the future. They just can't at the moment, because I haven't unlocked it yet. But once I do, you'll be able to see a little bit more of what this game is all about. Panicking a little bit here, because I feel that getting a little bit sloppy. I'm not paying attention. Bloodsucker, rare passive skill, recover 0.2 health per second. That, we're gonna do that. Why not? That's cool. I kind of like that. I don't know if I like the constant numbers going up around me, but it is very interesting. I don't know how much damage I actually take each time they hit me, but that could potentially be really good. And I will always take passive healing. Absolutely. It would be dumb of me not to. Okay, so the spider's here. Do we want to pop? No, we don't want to pop the ultimate yet. So this is about the time we would probably be getting our, oh, we made it past 5 minutes. Okay, cool. This would probably be about the time, this round. Okay, so when these guys become red, these little dudes, they like have little hourglasses on them, like spiders, like black widows, but they're like little red dudes and they spawn everywhere. And once those guys show up, that's when I would want to activate my ultimate, because they spawn in from every direction and they are the worst. Okay, we have got to get another upgrade. I'm so bad at getting the actual blue crystals. Okay, so this is when I'm going to use it, right here. Just work my way through these idiots. I don't actually know what it did. Ooh, I might still die anyways. Okay, Bloodsucker again. Why not? 0.4. Let's go. See what I mean? They're the worst. So at the less than, I get so far, but oh well. It could be worse. I do like the recap. Let's go back to the colony. Let's keep going with Roxy. So now we have 15,000. So let's go check again to see if perhaps there's a scarecrow sitting in the shop for us to buy. Our favorite friend, Mr. Scarecrow, is not here. Man, bummer. Also, I don't know why we're not keeping the coins. What are the coins for? We're collecting coins during the rounds, but we're not actually getting to use them after the fact. What do you use coins for? Is that to upgrade these, maybe? Okay, so what do we have unlocked? So we could get a well, a fountain, a torch. We got paths, interact. That's a villager home, and that does cost 10,000. Do we want to do that? Let's do that. Let's buy that. So we can buy a villager home, and let's put that in line with... do we want to keep the... Maybe the villager houses would be over here. How many of these can we put down? Oh, we can actually have multiple of these. Interesting. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have... Let's do that. And then let's do the same over here. Spacing doesn't seem quite right. Oh, because that takes up about the same space. What do the villagers actually do? That's what I want to know. Can we rotate the houses at all? Or is it always like this? Here. Let's go 2 to the side of both of these trees. That looks good. And then we will right-click that. Go to paths, and then build out paths to these houses. I have a bad feeling these are going to end up... Uh-oh. Oh no, I messed up the paths. How do I get rid of them? Okay, hold on. Hold on a second. I made a horrible error. How do I get rid of those? Did the game ever tell me how to get rid of paths? All right, I think I've fixed everything so it looks nice. Now that I've added the houses and everything, now I got these bug people running around. I think I can interact with them, actually. I also saw this gold, which I will take. I don't know what the benefit is of having these guys. Oh, we can just wave? That's cool. That's adorable. Again, I don't know if there's any other benefit to them being here. Maybe what would be really cool is if during the night they would like throw stuff out to help me. That would be amazing. If they did that, that would be so helpful. I think I'm gonna do one more run, and we'll see how far I can get. I mainly just want to get it so that way I come back and see if the scarecrow is here. Because I need to reset everything in order for that to happen. So let's do one more night. Let's see if this is different now that we have villagers' houses here. Because unlocking that can't have been just an aesthetic choice, right? Our houses are dark and kind of spooky, but outside of that, I also do want to keep working on, like, I don't know. Maybe what I want to do this time is to really hone in on the little rockets. Maybe that's what I'll do, is anytime I can upgrade her rocket throwing, so I can just get so many projectiles going at once. It takes 2 hits to get rid of the trees. So yeah, she must be automatically a little bit weaker than Tato. Okay, acorn tree spawned over here. Again, I'm totally curious what it actually changes about the game in general, but we'll see. Okay, I will gladly take that. Let's do Venom Spit, because that's another projectile ability we could use. Oh, we leveled up again. Leaf Shield. Let's do that. So does Leaf Shield actually hurt them as it spins around? How does that work? I think it does. I guess that's pretty nice too. I wonder, Leaf Shield at higher levels probably would go crazy. What's the difference between Leaf Shield and like Stick Foo? Because it seems like they do roughly the same thing, which is spin around and do area damage. I guess one goes 360, probably does less damage, and then the other is just in front or behind you. I don't know. That's interesting. All right, we have got to increase our damage or something. We are not doing near enough damage yet. I didn't mean to pick that up so early. Let's do... Should we do Bloodsucker early on? That is nice to have that stack. We might as well use that. That is a good power we unlocked, and it is uncommon. Again, somebody who is really crafty could probably use... circulatory system, let's do that. Could probably use the actual structures you can build to, like, create impediments for the enemies, like a trap, or like a choke point, where they'd all have to move through a smaller space, and so it would make it difficult for them. You could probably do that if you were good enough at the game, but I am not. And I don't want to take that much time to do it. Especially since I don't have a lot of stuff unlocked yet. Okay, there's an acorn down here. Grab that. Okay. Let's level up Venom Spit. Obviously, the takeaway is the fact that you can have like a million different effects going at once, but if they're all level 1, I guess cumulatively it would be good. Okay, so our Venom Spit got upgraded, which is good. Thorn Whip. We gotta get that, because that is extremely helpful. Does a ton of damage. Very useful. Let's get our projectile damage up as much as we can. That's the advantage. That's being able to stay away as much as possible. That's kind of a big deal for this character. That's the advantage of playing as her to begin with, is that we don't have to be up close, so we can do quite enough damage from a distance. Okay. Seed Bomb. Let's go Leaf Shield, because we already have that. I feel like there's probably a magic number of like, if you have this number of active or passive things that you can do, you should only stick to those. And well, I guess you don't have much control, do you? It really just depends on what's available. And I think ultimately for this game going forward, because obviously this is just the demo, that's going to give it a lot of replayability, is the fact that you keep unlocking more abilities, and the more you do that, each run is going to be different. Which is a big plus for this game, for sure. Oh, we just got a special. We're not going to use that, though. We're going to wait until we're much closer. Even though I feel like Tato's special ability might be better for that wave towards the end when all the little red enemies are running. I don't even know how to look at her ultimate to see what it does. It's probably in her character sheet somewhere. We're gonna go Thorn Whip. Increase that by 20 damage. Why not? Leaf Shield is nice. I don't know what I thought it was, because I think I got it in the first video. I just didn't remember what it does. Again, it's called Leaf Shield, but like, I guess just because it spins around you, but it does damage. Which at higher levels, Leaf Shield is probably insane. I do like how Leaf Shield tends to weed out the weaker enemies. Sharpen. We're doing that. We gotta do more damage. Oh, what did I just collect right there? I don't know what I just collected, but it looked special. Okay, I think that was health, which I will gladly take. Come on, there we go. You also have to have a very good idea of where you are at all times in this game that I feel like I'm not great at. Come on, level me up. Come on. There we go. Bloodsucker. Let's increase that. I feel like, again, that ability at higher levels too would go absolutely crazy. Like, even though it's just healing 0.4, I will gladly take that, because I'm assuming it's just a multiplier. Keeps going up each time, so the more you stack it, I guess you'd have to get really lucky with what appears at all, because the more abilities you unlock, the more unlikely certain drops would become, and I guess that would be difficult. I still don't know what the actual gold coins are for. I don't know what I need them to do. I might be missing a very important part of the game, like an aspect of the game, by not using the coins. But it's the fact that when you're out just during the day, it doesn't show me as having any. That's really weird. Can I burn them in during a round to do something important? I don't know. Oh, level up. Okay, so yeah, it leveled that up, so now we're healing 0.6. Which again, I will gladly take. Gladly. Even one point of damage would be great. That'd be helpful. All right, we're at 5 minutes. 0.2. Wait a minute. Oh, like in addition. Okay. We're gonna go Thorn Whip up, as much as I want to do that. That's appearing more often than I thought. I'm wondering if at certain points in the future, they might want to make your options bigger. Because again, the more actual things that you can do, the more possibilities there are as you unlock new abilities, the less likely it will become for you to get really good ones or ones that would be helpful. So I'm wondering if there would be a way to make there more than just 3 options every time you level up, or if that would be unfair. I don't know. Because as it is, I'm getting pretty far each time, but there's like a critical mass where after you go beyond a certain point, it's just not tenable anymore. I don't know. I do not know. I think these bugs make smaller bugs or something weird. There we go. And move down, sweep down this way. It's the red bug round that's the worst. It's this round right here. Okay, I'm using it so I can float above y'all's scrubs. So I can possibly kite you guys in some sort of way, so I don't just die outright. Because being in the center of you guys is an absolute no-go. I just want to survive this wave in specific. Oh, the spider is here. Oh, there was some item, I just couldn't get it. I don't know what it was. Oh well, that's fine. We made it further than I thought we would, to be honest. New skill, Echo. Interesting. Okay, let's go back in as Roxy. We're gonna check out the store, and if the scarecrow's not there... Oh, wait, we can actually talk to this guy. You got something for me? +5 sword. Is that for my next run, or is that permanently? Huh. So that's the benefit of having villagers, is that they can give you boosts, I guess. That's really cool. If each round you could potentially get a random amount of upgrades from just talking with the villagers, that's a cool idea. And the scarecrow's not there. I'll grab that, even though I don't know where you go, because my gold isn't... Or no, my gold does show up in the real world. Why is there gold in the game during the rounds? I cannot figure that one out. Oh well, that's probably going to do it for this episode, because next one I'm going to... Wait a minute, I don't even have enough. I'll play another round off camera, so I have enough to play as the last playable character for the demo. This game is a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to the next episode. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.